I was spending Christmas Eve alone. Then my neighbor knocked and said, "You're coming with me." Christmas Eve had become the one night of the year I feared most. The lights outside every house seemed brighter than ever. Every laugh drifting through the snowy streets reminded me that I had nowhere to belong, and the silence inside my tiny apartment felt louder than any storm. I sat beside a half-decorated Christmas tree with only one wrapped gift beneath it, a present I had bought weeks earlier for someone who would never come back. Just as I convinced myself that this lonely night would finally break me, 3 gentle knocks echoed through my front door and changed everything. If you believe kindness can heal even the deepest wounds, please like this video, leave a comment, share it with someone who needs hope today, and subscribe to the channel name. Your support helps spread stories that remind the world compassion still exists. The past year had taken everything from me. I had lost my job after the company shut down, watched my relationship end under the weight of stress, and spent months pretending I was fine while quietly falling apart inside. I smiled whenever neighbors passed me in the hallway, but once my apartment door closed, the mask disappeared. Bills piled higher every week, my phone rarely rang anymore, and every holiday invitation slowly stopped coming because people assumed I already had somewhere else to be. The truth was painfully simple. I was completely alone. That Christmas Eve I wasn't even hungry. I had planned to spend the night watching old family videos until I finally fell asleep. Snow covered the streets outside, and the warm glow from neighboring windows only reminded me of everything I no longer had. Then came those unexpected knocks. Standing at my door was my neighbor, Emily, wrapped in a dark winter coat over a beautiful burgundy dress. Her cheeks were red from the cold, but her smile carried a warmth no fireplace ever could. She looked at me for a long moment, almost as if she could see every hidden burden I had been carrying. Before I could make an excuse or apologize for my messy apartment, she gently told me that I was coming with her. She refused to let anyone spend Christmas alone. I hesitated. Pride is a strange thing. It convinces broken people that accepting kindness somehow makes them weak. But Emily wouldn't take no for an answer. A few minutes later, I found myself walking through the snow beside her toward her parents' home, feeling like an outsider invited into someone else's perfect life. Instead, I walked into something I had forgotten existed, a family that welcomed strangers without asking questions. Her parents hugged me as if they had known me for years. Her little nephew proudly handed me a paper Christmas ornament he had made himself because he thought everyone deserved a gift. The dinner table was filled with laughter, homemade food, and stories that had nothing to do with money or success. Nobody asked why I was alone. Nobody judged my worn-out clothes. They simply made room for one more chair. As the evening continued, something inside me quietly changed. For the first time in months, I wasn't thinking about everything I had lost. I was thinking about everything I had almost missed because I was too afraid to let someone care. Emily later admitted she had noticed my lonely routine for weeks. She often saw my apartment lights stay on late into the night and realized that sometimes the strongest people are simply the ones suffering in silence, that Christmas didn't magically solve every problem. My bills were still waiting at home, and finding another job would still take time, but I left that house carrying something more valuable than money. I carried hope. Within weeks, Emily's father introduced me to a local business owner who happened to be hiring. Slowly, my life began rebuilding itself, one opportunity, one friendship, and one act of kindness at a time. Years have passed since that snowy Christmas Eve, but I still think about those 3 simple knocks on my door. They reminded me that miracles rarely arrive with flashing lights or grand announcements. Sometimes they wear a winter coat, carry an extra place at the dinner table, and quietly remind a lonely heart that it still matters. Before this story ends, please write in the comments, "No one should spend Christmas alone." Your words may encourage someone who is silently struggling today. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, share this video with someone who may need hope, and subscribe to channel name. Every act of kindness, no matter how small, has the power to become the miracle someone else has been praying for.